Say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Baltimore Ravens. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Play action. It's Jackson. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing.
Now former sixth-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Here's Jackson on third and long.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably wanted to come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, what was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that fast.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. On first and 10, it's Wilson.
He has it complete to Christian Watson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Play action. Now Wilson.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a third and 3. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Now Wilson on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Wilson.
There's Chris Olave. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Let's go.
On second down now. Counter. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, third and 1.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs.
That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Odafe-Owe. And the Ravens will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. This defense for the Packers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
The Ravens had 5 and 9 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
Throw right side here, taken in by Bateman.
And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36.
4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well.
Returnable for Watson.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Complete to Olave on the out route.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. From the 30 on second down, Wilson. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We've got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talked about, they should wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working hard right now.
It's a gain of 34. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Jackson.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Packers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Looking sideline, incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, it's Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So at that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. The drive starts with a carry by Dillon.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play there. Second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Now Jackson on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Mitchell.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Devontae Wyatt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack on 1st down, Jackson under pressure, and they got to him again.
Devondre Campbell, nice play to get in there and drop him.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Here's Jordan Stout now.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. On first down, Connor. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. On first down, Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw again on second down. Wilson, he's going to launch this deep for Watson. And, oh, that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. Third down coming up.
As we've seen, their first two drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's May. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Connor. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Odafe Oweh. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's been a tight game to this point. What do they need to do, Charles, to break through in the second half and take the lead?
Well, I think the first thing they need to do is thank their defense for keeping them in this game. And, you know, I think the defense is saying back to them, why don't you guys focus on getting some first downs, putting some drives together, give us a little bit of a break here. If we can get some rest, we'll play even better for you. And, oh, by the way, pay off a few of those drives with some points, too.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing is Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On a West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Here's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed from his strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play.
Wilson will throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 33. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. They'll run on first down. Connor.
Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 29, Wilson. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over it.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Tucker with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, Difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to...
And now here is another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Mitchell on second down.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3.
So they got the turnover, started with great field position, but in the end, the defense able to hold firm, and they only get 3 out of it.
And I like what you said right there. That defense able to hold firm, backed up into the shadow of their own end zone. Goalpost right behind them. They had to make sure they didn't give up the 6. And, boy, they came through in a big way. To them, even though they gave up 3, that's a win for their side.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another 1st down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. On 2nd and 7. Wilson. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Wilson. Touchdown, Packers. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that slices the lead down to 17-10.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. William Jackson with a pick. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
On first down, Connor. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
From the gun, it's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brandon Stevens. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Play action. It's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quay Walker came through to make the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Airing it out deep for Smith. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
On third down, Wilson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take over here up near... Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 81 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Off the play fake. Watkins. Now and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Justin Matabike
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watkins throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him to completion.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
And They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson.
Looking for Bateman. He's got him complete.
And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to make it 4th down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 31 yards on the punt there. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch, and precious time ticking off the clock. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's May. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Back to throw. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Ravens who won the toss. They'll get the football first here in overtime as the kick is away. And they will play it safe here and bring this one out to the 25. Offense set at the line for this next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if...
Oh, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Packers, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5.
And they will get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Las Vegas Raiders.
Meanwhile, for the Ravens, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll try again next week at home against New England.